arriving at Ilios.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the final week of the regular season for EGF's season in Overwatch. If you missed it, we had the Green Knights take the Gale Goons in a close but concise match that we saw the Green Knights come out victorious. And now we're going to go into the match between the Green Knights and Woodstock Gold. My name is Dell, and I'm joined by the one, the only, the greatest Sandman. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I'm excited for some great Overwatch because I hear both of these teams have so far been undefeated. So I'm looking for some really, really good stuff to happen here.
You know, I'm excited as well too. You know, both undefeated. You know, we have the the Green Knights on blue today, starting off on Ilios, and we have Woodstock Gold in red. You know, we have some really interesting compositions coming out today. What are you looking at today, Mr. Sandman? What shines out to you?
Well, so far we're looking pretty normal. We're only going a single tank on the side of Woodstock Gold, but they do have the Widow and the Far, which are fairly common with the big open spaces and long sight lines. And we also have a Widow for, if I get any of these names wrong, I do apologize, but Alex, I think, is also on the Widow, but lack of a Far. But the double hit scan is... was it Alex? Okay, Alex, okay. I wasn't quite sure. Okay, but that's going to make an issue for the Far with the double hit scan sniper. But let's see if he's able to make anything work. And Pickle at best was potentially going to go to Symmetra, but he switched right back.
You know, we did see Alex have a really strong performance coming into this last match we got, but as we jump into Overbutt, leaping right into the enemy team, we are going to see this fight get started off to big damage, with Alex opening up with a huge pick on and blazing. As we see the rest of the team fight on point, Overbuff going to take some damage. Pickle at best going to get Alex though. Monk clutching with the res, and we are going to see the advantage coming. The nature of the red team as frags flying back and forth, but Alex and Lebelouch is holding it down with Lib Memory following up with some sweet monkey kills. Mercybot is going to go down, and it looks like it'll be a first fight win for the Green Knights. You know, really exciting stuff there.
Hi there.
Yeah, that was definitely some good stuff. And then I saw the Mercybot was over there right next to Alex over on that ledge, and I just wasn't quite sure if he was looking to die or what, but I think he wanted to reset, but he just wasn't giving him what he wanted quick enough.
You know, speaking of quickly, we're going to see Lebelouch jump in, blow his bubble, but not really get much value out of it, as the Green Knights are going to control point, but Overbuff's going to match him with a jump in, get the pick on Raze, Pickle at best flying up with a kill on Alex, Mercybot flying in, going to go for that res, but Snake OVO going to get Lebelouch too. You know, we saw a beat drop coming in from D-Boy, and it looks like this team is just not going to be able to hold on to it, even with that beat drop coming into effect, and we are going to see the point switch over into control of the red team. And you know what I'm excited to see here is this fair barrage. What do you think there, Sandman?
That is going to look interesting because Reyes did switch off of the D.Va, so right now they have nothing to guard against it. Alex could potentially knock him out of the sky, but if he doesn't land his shots, he's not going to be able to do anything. He potentially and Pickle Best takes out Alex, so now they have very little defense against it. So let's see if he's able to get a whole lot out of it.
You know, we are going to see Pickle Best get that first kill, and Blaze is going to go for the massive barrage, getting full supports. My voice along with it. Gets another one on Rez, and Mercybot going to pick up Pickle at best, and it's a complete and utter domination with only one ult use. We did see walls popped earlier, and Snake OVO chasing Lebelouch into that spawn, and he's going to fall to Lib Memory, and we are going to see the advantage on the Green Knights as they swing back in for control. We see Lib Memory hopping in, pressuring Pickle at best out with him blazing, following up with some rockets. We are going to see them start to take out fight on point with a Winston ult online on both sides of the team and a Valkyrie from both as well. Lib Memory is going to try to chase Pickle at best out there and is going to get the good healing from Mercybot. However, Lebelouch is going to drop the Snoke OVO with the assist from the Mercy, and Alex is going to take out them blazing with a beat drop coming out from Havoc Tor. Monk getting a massive res there, matched with Mercybot, getting and blazing and Lebelouch back up, and Monk gonna get the two-piece, getting both Widows up, and we are gonna have the man advantage on the side of the Green Knights. Valkyrie, however, kind of come out from Mercybot a little bit later, so they do have the res advantage. Snake OVO gonna pick up Alex as they fight for this point, as Monk drops as well. Pickle at best, however, gonna get taken down by Raze with a thank you, how do you do, but it looks like we are going to see Woodstock Gold clutch this fight out with Snake OVO having a little bit of a mishap there on that pulse spawn. Lib Memory going to pop the Primal Rage, but it isn't really going to do much here, as the point, the match, and the round is going to go, not the match, just the round, going to go to Woodstock Gold. What an interesting hold here. You know, a lot of different pace in this last game, and final stagger kill is gonna come out. The Diva Bomb gonna come out from Raze. Gonna find Mercy Bot. This is actually swingable. What a big play there. You know, we saw frags from Alex, we saw reses from Monk, and holy cow, man, what a swing. Alex gonna get Snake OVO, and wow, I did not expect that.
Yeah, that was just a very good job. It was a bit disjointed at first. They did lose a couple at the beginning. It didn't look very good for them when the fight first started, but they definitely pulled it out there, especially with a very nice nice job from Reyes to kind of make everybody move, and then also taking out Mercy Bot on that Mercy, and that was just a very good job, no matter how it looked at the beginning.
Yeah. What a swing, and indeed, and we are going to see this Alex open up with a kill on Pickle at best. The Resurrect is going to be looking for it with Mercy Bot, trying to find the angle, isn't going to get the res, so, you know, we're approaching the last fight here as we kick up to both teams 299. We are going to see Lib Memory and Lib Louch get the double kill on Have Victoria and Overbutt, but Mercy Bot going to get the res, Snink OVO going to get Lib Louch, but Monk there backing him right up and says, hey, have another try. We are going to see Overbutt pop the Primal Rage and chase Monk out of this fight. Zoning out Alex and Monk in the progress. Pickle Best gonna pick out Monk and Blazin popping the barrage, getting the memory, and it's looking dire straits here for the Green Knights as all of their health bars are ticking down. What a swing there, you know, and even though they did fight back into it, it looks like we are going to see the first round of Ilios Ruins go to Woodstock Gold. What do you think about that, Sandman?
That was actually a very good job from Woodstock Gold there. They did a very good job of zoning out everyone, making sure they were all separate. They did lose their Widow pretty early on in that fight. Alex doing a good job of sniping her out of the way. But then after that, we had Overbutt. Sorry, I just noticed that. Overbutt go off in his Feral Monkey form, able to knock around the Mercy, eventually taking her out. And then making Alex move around, and so not able to get a good spot to do any sniping. And so that was just a very good job from them, just making sure that the Green Knights, I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get the names ready. Green Knights weren't able to stabilize. They weren't able to work together to get the prime targets that they needed to get. And so that was just the
pause.
Oh, we're looking for a pause?
Yeah. Sorry. A little bit of technical communication there. We are going to take a little bit of a pause there, but keep going there, Sandman.
Okay. So yeah, the Green Knights just didn't have a chance to stabilize and get the targets that they needed to get, and so Pickle at best was taken out early, so it was a 5v6, but there were just those important ults with Emblazon able to take out, only able to take out one, but it was the Winston. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble thinking of characters' names right now, but was able to take out Winston with it. Only got the one, but that's a very important pick, taking out the main tank on the side of the Green Knights. So even though it was 5v6, it was eventually evened out. It was just good ult usage. It was just a very good job by Woodstock Gold to not be taken off guard by that 5v6, and then making everyone just kind of, and then push the other team onto their back foot, even though at that point they should have a much easier time. But it looks like Monk was having some issues, so he looks like he might have to restart his game potentially. So we'll see if he's able to come back. I think they said he was having some comms issues potentially, so hopefully he'll be able to come back.
Yeah, I mean, not having your Mercy in communication is definitely a big hindrance there. So that's something that maybe could be missing link to that gameplay. And what I'm excited to see is we are seeing Ilios for the second time today. We are seeing Well, I didn't see as many poops as I would like to. So that's always an exciting, fun thing to look forward to here on this map here.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that. I wonder if they're going to go with any booping characters. Looks like they are going to go with the Lucio, but with double boops and the hook potentially on the side of Woodstock Gold. There's much more of that fear that's going to be instilled into the Green Knights, that they really have to watch out for all the far rockets and the Lucio boops, and then of course the Roadhog hook. If he sticks with the Roadhog, he picked it pretty early, so he might be trying to make us think that's what he's going for. But they are going with a single tank again, but it worked for them because it did mean that they had a lot more damage to try to take out the Green Knights. But I'm always a little leery about single tank comps, especially if they're going to go with the Roadhog only. They do lack a bit of that damage mitigation. So I wonder if he's going to stick with it. I doubt it, but I'd be really interested to see if he does it.
And as we have both teams ready, we are going to hop into this sniper battle between Picklebest and Alex. And that has been one of the most defining fights as we see both teams are ready. you know, on Ruins. And Ruins, I think, is probably one of the most defining Widow battle maps. We are going to see the Widow picks coming seemingly at both as we get back into this second round here. And I'm excited to see, you know, this isn't a super conventional Widow map, but what about you? What do you think about that, Sandman?
Yeah, it's certainly probably the least one of the least conventional ones. I mean, it does have a lot of wide open areas, especially if you can take the point and get onto the windmill. But it looks like Alex is going to switch off with the Widow, so they're not going to end up going with it. Going to be on the Roadhog instead.
We are going to see Overbud drop immediately to live memory, though. You know, a little bit of a delayed start there from the Green Knights, but Resurrect from Mercybot going to come up right away. And they are going to equalize it out with Reyes dropping his men. Livelouch going to show up with McCree and say, hey, Overbud, how you doing? We get him a second time. And we are going to see even numbers on both sides here as they fight for control of this well in this first point hold. Pilka Best going to get dived by Lib Emery and take it down. Livelouch following up with another kill on Snake OVO, and then Blazing going to get the D-Mech raised, and we are going to see point control go to the Green Knights. You know, starting off slow, but surely clutching it out with Monk and another res. But Lib Emery is going to drop there, as this fight is not quite over. You know, both teams trying to regroup here for another quick engage. We are going to see the control meter tick up for the Green Knights, and Overbutt going to leap right in there on Rays. High Noon coming out from the Louch, going to get Mercybot, which is absolutely insane. Stoke LVO going to say, nah, and get a pulse bomb on him with Victoria falling up on Monk, so no Mercy's live on both sides. Snake LVO going to get D-Boy, and we are going to see frags flying from both sides, and it looks like we are going to see the Green Knights hold on to this point with Lib Emery clutching it out with the Dragon Blade. You know, this is intense fights, huge hook there from Alex. Gonna pop Roadhog ult. And Snake OVO is just not gonna hold it. What a hold there from the Green Knights.
That was really unfortunate. Snake OVO, he was hooked in, so he had to recall, but then I think he must have blinked right back into the hole to try to avoid it, and he fell right in. So he tried to get out, and apparently the fates just really wanted him to fall in. And we have an interesting switch. Pickle at Best is now going to be on the Junkrat, which I'm not really all that surprised. Junkrat is a very good DPS to go here, especially if they don't have Zarya.
And the beat drop going to come out from Victoria, going to lead his team into some huge success. Pickle at Best showing up absolutely huge, getting some really fat ultimate charge there, and some huge kills. What a clean engage there, with only using one ultimate. You know, we have Barrage online, we have Pulse Bomb, and the Valkyrie. And we are going to see the Green Knights try to retake with just a Valkyrie, a beat drop, and a D.Va ult here. So, looking for a really big D.Va ult from the Green Knights, and I think that'll be the linchpin in this offense as we lead into this seemingly final fight there for the Green Knights. And Blazin', however, gonna pop the barrage, gonna get one, gonna get shut down by Livelouch. Victoria following up with a follow Lucio kill. Monk coming in with the res, but not gonna be much, and absolutely huge plays from Pickle at Best, man. He switches off the Widow, goes Junkrat, gets a 3-man tire, and is going to keep his team right back into this as they're going to equalize the score as the clocks tick up. You know, almost equalized here. What, just crazy brawls with Snake OVO going down, but raising a Lutz's mech, and Blazin' just can't be stopped with a huge fair of frags. Is going to get decoyed too, but Pickle at Best gonna drop. Monk with a huge res, and Livelouch is fighting back into this, but Mercybot is just matching pace for pace with our boy Monk. Gonna pop a Valkyrie, get Pickle at Best, and have Victoria's. Pickle at Best gonna immediately answer with a frag on Raze. Overbuck gonna Primal Rage, get Monk, and holy cow, what a comeback here from the Woodstock Gold.
Yeah, I gotta say, Live Memory, he popped his ult there towards the end to try to get some frags, and he used his dash, and he just wasn't able to get anything done. He's wandering around for targets, and that was definitely not a very good ult out of Live Memory there. That could have been the game changer. That could have been the thing that allowed him to get it, but it just, I don't know, he just popped it, I think, a bit too preemptively, and tried to go after a Tracer especially, which that's not it. The prime target you want.
One of my favorites, but we are going to see the final fight coming for both teams here, as we see some skirmishing coming in. Overbutt going to jump out there with Mercybot on the quick healing, and they're going to start in, go looking for the pulse bomb. Going to find Monk, absolutely huge frags, no mercy on the Green Knights, and frags coming out from Blazing Overbutt and Snake OVO. This is just unprecedented. What a comeback there. You know, they didn't take the first fight, but they are going to take the quick 2-0, but man, what a fight. That was just some crazy high-paced, high-velocity, high-momentum fragging, and we're going to still play the game from Victoria. What do you think about this one, Sandman?
That was just some awesome fighting. I think the Woodstock Gold definitely had the advantage there, I think, because they they pretty quickly realized that the comp that they were working with just wasn't going to work out for them. They didn't have that main tank, that damage mitigation. They had, so they switched off. Overbutt switched off the Roadhog pretty early. You had, there was a lot of hero switching going on the Green Knight side, which I didn't necessarily agree with. Only because the heroes that they were switching to, I think, was a bit more of, well, I'm comfortable on this, I'm gonna switch to this instead. They tried to switch to a hit scan. Alex switched to a McCree, and then he did go back to the Widow, I think, to try to deal with the Pharah. But the Pharah was going, for the most part, uncontested, which I think was probably one of the big issues, just flying high in the sky, dealing a whole bunch of damage, and then, like I said, Woodstock Gold making the switches that they needed to make. Overbutt went over to the Winston, and then you had Piccola Best switch over to the Junkrat, which I think was a good pick there because dealing a whole bunch of damage. Didn't have a Zarya, so they're not going to mitigate that. You're not going to benefit from that. And even though they had a Diva, so it kind of eat some of those bombs with the 2-second length on the Matrix, it's just not nearly as good to deal with the Junkrat as it used to be. So I just think the Woodstock Gold just kind of showed that they're able to switch to the things that they needed to switch to a bit better than the Green Knights did. I think there was just a bit that teamwork there that I think worked in their favor.
You know, we're going to apologize for that little bit of mishap at the stream. It does happen, and, you know, you did miss a little bit, but, you know, all I have to say is that both of these teams are just monster fraggers. You know, we saw the Lib Louch, or the Libel brothers, or the Lib brothers, or however you want to call that. You know, they were showing up. You know, Alex had some great stuff. You know, Monk had some huge reses. D-Boy holding it down with the Lucio. You know, everyone's just shown up to show out today. But, you know, I think I have to highlight someone, and I think that highlight, it has to be Have Victoria getting that play of the game.
Is it Have Victoire? I don't know, because I'm wondering, like, some of these names I got to figure out how to pronounce them, because I know that's one of my issues. I think I had that issue last week where I pronounced at least one of the names wrong. But we are going to hop into King's Row, which is going to be a whole lot of fun, I think. Where's my... Hang on. I'm sorry, I can't... My mouse...
King's Row is probably my favorite map in this game, and, you know, you don't have to worry about pronunciation, because I can barely speak English as it is there, Mr. Sandman.
Yes, I am Mr. Sandman. Anyway, so this is the industry standard. I think I say that every week, and surprisingly enough, I haven't seen it any week besides this week. So the last week, which is very interesting. It's always been these non-standard, the Hanamura, the even Eichenwald, which was very strange. So I really want to see Junkertown. I really, really want to see Junkertown, but I don't think teams are very comfortable on it, so I doubt it. But moving to the current maps instead of my hopes, I think we're probably going to have fairly standard stuff that we've seen from them within the last 2 rounds on Elio. So it looks like they are going to go the single tank on the defensive side with the Reinhardt, actually. So they're not going to have any sort of dive tank. No, not even a Zarya to protect him if he goes in deep. They are going to have the first Zarya we've seen, Lib Lelouch, I think it is. Not completely certain, but fairly standard dive. Fairly standard dive on the side of the Green Knights. And Mercy Bot, I think, is being a little cheeky. Going stand on the bus, saying, hey, you know, we got a Mercy. If you didn't know, I'm Mercy Bot. Hi.
Hello there.
And then, of course, Piccola Best is going to be on the Widow, but that one is no surprise.
That one is no surprise, but, you know, Piccola Best looking to make the superstar fragger appearance he did have on Ruins, and, you know, maybe going to shut down this Pharaoh from Emblazon. We are going to see the offense, we are going to see the Green Knights take this high ground control. You know, D-Boy leading the charge with Alex getting some really good positioning. Rocket's coming in from Emblazon, going to do some really good damage on Monk. Monk is going to drop to Piccola Best with a follow-up. Piccola Best going to get deleted by Raze, and Mariart equal frags, but Snake OVO is going to trade out with Louch, and we are going to see a Mercy on live on both sides, but no Resurrects coming into play as Lib Memory gets Overbutt, but Overbutt showing up, getting Raze, Alex getting Mercy Bot, and Overbutt, wow, what a clutch res, what a great decision there from Mercy Bot, getting Overbutt back up, and he answered 3 frags for himself, with Snake OVO chasing them right out of the point. Really great stuff there, and you know, we saw a really interesting take there, and we are going to see the second fight start here with Winston from Mr. Raze. Piccola Best going to get that first pick, but Monk is going to answer quickly with the Resurrect, and we are going to see the Valkyrie popped.
Thanks for the assist.
From, oh sorry, we're not going to see a Valkyrie. We're going to see a Pulse Bomb dropped on Lib Louch, going to run it with a bubble. and is gonna get high charge. We have a dangerous man on the field, and Monk is flying around. Alex gonna get the overbutt kill. Barrage gonna come out, find Monk. But Lip Louch and Lip Memory showing up and getting in Blazing and Mercy bot down. We are going to see a big control on the offensive team. The Green Knights saying, thank you very much, taking this point, getting the cleanup kills on Pickle at best, and it looks like Snake OVO too. Have Victoria O is just trying to come back in, but it looks like the offense is going to take this point.
Yeah, that was definitely a much better job on the side of the Green Knights. They switched to Reyes onto the Winston instead of the Diva, which I think was a very good pick. Pickle at best did switch off of the Widow, so I don't think the Winston was quite as impactful on that front because he's now on the Junkrat. But it looks like he might be trying to be a little cheeky here. He is gonna go around back. It looks like he's just gonna fire in some grenades, see if he can get some damage out. But I don't think he's gonna do a whole lot. He's a Tracer potentially in his face, but a Tracer v Junkrat is not the fight that a Tracer wants most of the time.
No, it is not, and we are going to lead in here with a Reptire and Beat Drop coming out and a huge pulse bomb from Snake OVO, gonna get 3, and the push is just immediately shut down. The Primal Rage is gonna come out from Raze, but he's still not gonna go to waste. Snake OVO with 4 kills, holy cow, man. What a play there, that was sick, man, holy cow. We are gonna see the defense immediately reestablish themselves here.
That is definitely play the game material there, getting that triple kill with that pulse bomb, and then a questionable shatter. Did get a couple in there, but I think it was the rest of his team that was able to get a whole lot more done rather than that. Not necessarily the best place for the shatter, but it did what they had to do. It put them off center, and so it did allow them probably another 30 seconds.
The Green Knights just got knocked offside. The Green Knights just got knocked off their horses, and all the momentum is stopped from Woodstock Gold. You know, what a sick pulse bomb leading into a shatter there, and they are going to hold this by a lot of time. The beat drop going to come out from P-Boy a little bit early, but it's still going to start off this offensive push. We are going to see him blaze and hit the ult. Not going to get much with it. Snake OVO going to get fined 2. Valkyrie pop from Monk going to get res, and we're going to see a beat drop from Victoria. And what a scrappy fight as we see 3 guys on the offense left, and you know, what a defense, what a comeback here as we see them continue to hold on to this point with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on the offensive push.
Yeah, the Green Knights there, I'm not completely certain what that was. I kind of questioned the use of that sound barrier that early. I know you made that comment. It's like it was just far too early. It was just not the best time for that.
We are going to see a huge Graviton and the Dragon Blade and the Pulse Bomb go off. Alex going to get 3, followed up with Libs on 1, but Pickle Pass canceling that all completely. Resurrect coming out from Monk. Holy cow, what a fight, what a game. Pickle at best going to get pulled out of the air by a Raze, and Monk buying the back from the team. What a sick Graviton, but what a sick tire, man. These plays, I just can't handle it.
A whole bunch going on there, and just the only advantage that they had was that the attacking side had is that they just had that grab, which took out more than they did, and they had the quick respawn. But that was just a very good job.
We are going to see the Earthshatter from Overbud. Going to go for the pin. Going to find Lib Memory and Gray's mech. Monk going to answer out with a Resurrect, and Mercybot going to pull up Overbutt himself. Rocket Barrage coming up from him, blazing, grabbing 2, Overbutt following up. Overbuff, man, this guy is nutter on mine. He's just leading his team to victory with follow-up kills from Snake OVO and Blazing. Pickle Best gonna switch off to Soldier, gonna get dropped by Alex, but the cleanup again goes to this defense. What a hold, ladies and gentlemen, what a game. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. It's all tense, you know. This could be all she wrote. We gotta get some good pushes here.
And I don't know if you will miss that, but Mercybot went a bit attack Mercy, trying to go after the Genji, and he did make him switch off. It looks like so. Right, they are no longer gonna have the Genji on the attacking side. So we had attack Mercy, and that was really fun. Now you don't see that nearly enough.
Attack Mercy. Not going to be the key to success, but we are going to see the Pulse Bomb come out from Alex. Not going to find much. Another Pulse Bomb coming out from Snake OVO. Not going to find much either. The 2 square up around the payload. We are going to see both Reinhardt's pushing forward and swinging, and we are going to see the boop coming out and booping back and forth. Damage flying from both sides. Alex narrowly behind the team. Going to pop the shatter from Overbutt. Not going to find much. Going to hit the pin and drop Lib Memory. However, Live Memory gonna get resurrected with frags coming out from Pickle and Monk and D-Boy, and it looks like the offense might have a foothold in this fight here, as they still have a Valkyrie online. Pulse Bomb and Barrage gonna come out from Emblazon, and Snake OVO gonna find Live Memory, but Monk answering with another Valkyrie and a res of her very own. And we are gonna see the defense continue to hold. And I mean, just dominating this defense here. You know, what a comeback! We have 4 seconds remaining. Live Memory gonna touch the cart. It's not quite over yet, folks. Alex in the back line, hiding, popping from Reyes. Not gonna find what he wanted to, and a beat drop coming out from Victoria. And Blazon gonna get the kill on Reyes as we scrap for this final fight on the cart in overtime. Valkyrie gonna come out from Mercy Bot with a shadow from Live Memory. Not gonna find much. Are gonna see the resurrect on Reyes, as both teams equal numbers gonna fall immediately with a Blazon and a resurrect and a Graviton coming out, finding a lot. Alex and LeBlanc cleaning up absolutely everything, as we see that the defense is just not holding on to the second point. And an amazing overtime clutch here from the Green Knights. Wow, and this fight still isn't over. Mercybot and Snake OVO fighting for this last second control. Will they fall? You know, Snake OVO not having any cooldowns left. Mercybot gonna drop, and the Green Knights are gonna get the second point control with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on this third point.
Yeah, that was good. There was definitely the Graviton there that was able to cinch it for them. There was a lot of ult usage on the side of the Woodstock Gold. For some reason, like I said, I can't remember the name. And looks like we are gonna have Alex come in on the Winston. So they're gonna have triple tank. Very interesting choice. I'm kind of wondering what they're going for with that one. And but that switch though kind of mitigates some of that ult that they had built. And then I think it was okay. The Lelouch. Okay, that he's switching off onto the Tracer. That's what was going on. But 2 main tanks is still questionable because you do lose a lot of damage when you switch off of that Zarya, especially a high charge Zarya.
We are gonna see Pickle at best perched up on top of Connector, gonna look for this damage. You know, a lot of tanks on the offensive side, gonna chase out Pickle at best. Beam shot coming out from Lib Ribs, but the absolutely insane shatter from Overbot, getting a pin on to D-Boy and just swinging his hammer as much as he can, but is gonna fall. Pulse Bomb coming out from Snake OVO, not gonna find much, but a shatter of his own coming out from Live Memory, but looks like the Green Knights are going to be able to take this fight with the Valkyrie being popped as well. Alex and Monk finding their own frags. You know, the offensive Mercy is definitely having an impact, but Snake OVO and Victoria are going to be contesting this cart in overtime. We are going to see Overbuff remain on the cart, and what a fight as the Resurrect coming down, but with a beat drop from Victoria, and just crazy fights as his defense fights to stay alive, and it looks like they are going to hold this third point of King's Row. And what a shadow there from Overbutt, really securing that final hold for his team. What an all-star fragger on the Reinhardt there, bud.
That was a very good job, and I think that was his 4th, maybe 5th Earth Shatter that he was able to build up. Not all of them had that same, same utility. They didn't all, look that good, but he was building them so fast, and he's the only tank on their side, so it's a bit tricky because you need to work on a bit more of your defense rather than your offense, because you are the front line. You are the one that's protecting everyone behind you as a solo tank. But he was just able to swing his hammer enough, and his healers were able to keep him up long enough, or he was able to build up a lot of Earth Shatters, made them work, and that was just very good to see on a Reinhardt, because you didn't see Reinhardt for the longest time with the dive meta coming in, and Reinhardt has made a resurgence, so that's good to see.
It is really good to see, and I just want to set the stage here for you folks. Both teams here are 9-0. They're at the top of the brackets. They're the top of their class. This is about as good as it gets on the final week and the final match of these postseason games here. We are going to see the fight for who is the number one top team in all of the league here, and I can't be any more hyped. We're seeing the possibly the series ender here. We have the attack coming up from Woodstock Gold, and all they have to do is get to that yellow box of victory. If they get to that yellow box of victory, not only are they going to clinch that number one seed, but they're going to clinch the bragging rights of an undefeated season. On the defense here, we're going to see an interesting comp though. Well, what do you think about that, Mr. Sandman?
Honestly, I don't see a whole lot of it. The only, I guess we do see the two main tanks again on the side of Woodstock Gold, which, as I said before, is very interesting because, as I said, you lose a lot of that damage. You're going to have the 2-hit scans, but you do have the Zenyatta, which is one of the first times we're seeing him today in this match, and that is going to help because you are going to have that Discord orb flying around, but I don't know if they're going to have as much damage as they need to take out all the those mobile players on the side of the Green Knights.
We are going to see Woodstock Gold take the high ground here and get a really good position here with Emblazon leading off with some great rockets. Gonna see Raze jump into the backline and try to chase out with a little bit of killing from Havictory, but Havictory is going to drop, but with the Resurrect immediately. Emblazon going to answer with a frag on Monk. This is absolutely huge. The defense is in dire straits because they don't have their Mercy, but they do have their tanks online. As Overbuff just jumping right back in there, gonna get 2 with Snake OVO with the follow-up, and no Mercy equals no win. As we see, the defense is just struggling to hold on. Live Memory is going to be the final member to drop to this triple DPS composition coming out from Woodstock Gold. We have Pharah, we have Widow, and we have Tracer, and that is just a lethal combination. And I think that was just absolutely crazy.
And it looks like we are having some more switches. Reyes was I thought he was gonna be on the Sombra, which I would have loved to see, but he is gonna end up switching over to the Soldier 76. And Alex again, he's gonna be on the Winston. I'm surprised they're not going with at least a D.Va, just at least for the damage output. But because as far as I've seen, they haven't been able to make the Winston Reinhardt combo work just yet.
Work its best, it may not, but we are going to see potentially the series under really close here. We are going to see no real ultimates on both sides. And this third fight, we are going to see Piccolo best playing the Ground Widow, going for those cheeky picks, and isn't going to find much so far. Live Memory going to pop the shield, and it looks like the defense is going to take this fight on this corner with Alex leaping right in on Mercybot. Mercybot going to fly away with that pocket Pharah, and Ray is going to pick it the first kill on Overbot. And it looks like the defense has this advantage. Mercybot gonna go for that res, gonna pick up steam up, but Emblazon, man, just consistently throwing out this 3-man barrage, just leading his team to victory, and another fight win for the offense, and they're just gonna ride this cart to victory, as it's not quite over yet. They have one more point to push, but what do you think is the defense needs to do here to hold out this victory here?
I think their target priority needs to be, they really need to work on that. Emblazon was able to get that ult off. One, because Emblazon has done just a very good job on the Pharah, but he's being almost completely uncontested. They have 2 hit scans, and yes, he does have a Mercy pocketing him, but I just don't think they're pressuring him enough to make him fear the players on the side of Woodstock Gold, and I think that's one of the big problems.
We're gonna see the Earthshatter come down from Live Memory, gonna fight back into this team, gonna get 3, but not gonna get enough. Valkyrie coming out from Mercybot, gonna get 2. And it looks like the offense might be taking this as Alex just jumps out with no health, and the Primal Rage gonna put Lee Blouch in the corner, and Overbot gonna get that kill, showing his XQC, who's the real Winston MVP. And we are going to see this yellow box of victory coming around this corner. This is dire straits here for the defense. They are going to go for the Reaper pick, and they do have a Winston ult, a Transcendence, and a Valkyrie, so this is definitely doable for the defense. We are going to see Raze just chase right to that cart. Valkyrie pops from Monk here, and we're going to see opening frags from D-Boy and Live Memory getting take down Pickle at best and Snake OVO, and this defense might be able to hold on, for this 4-minute start. But this is an absolutely brutal hold. They have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left, and now they don't have any ultimates outside of the Transcendence. What's going to be the key move here, Sandman?
Potentially the Transcendence could be all they need to keep themselves alive, at least for one more fight. Liberlush is going to have his high noon, so they are going to be able to zone out a little bit. But if Emblazon goes big this time, and he does, taking out 2.
And Monk gonna answer out with those resurrects and gonna get Live Memory back out. The beat drop gonna come down from Havictory, and it's looking really bad for the defense. They got 3 men left. The tank's gonna drop 2, and it looks like the yellow victory is just one step away with Alex holding the key. And Alex gonna just get out, and they are gonna take this victory. And wow, what a fight from Woodstock Gold. That was absolutely the best plays we've seen so far. And I mean, I'm completely blown away by both teams there showing out.
This has to be the right here. See, he hit away, but leading up into that fight, the hit scan players, the Soldier and the McCree, just weren't paying nearly as much attention as they should have to Emblazon to try to at least make him go somewhere where he wasn't able to be in that prime position. But that was just a very good job from Emblazon. As I said, he had just had a great day as the Pharah. He stuck in the Pharah the entire time because Green Knights, they just didn't have an answer for it. They tried to get those hit scan players in there. They tried to maybe use the Widow to try that long distance sniping. That didn't work because Pickle at best was able to pressure Alex on his Widow, and just it didn't quite work for him. That was just a very good job from Woodstock Gold.
We are going to see some quick math coming out from me, and he averaged more than 2 kills per barrage and picking up a couple extra along the way, and that's absolutely crucial. Good value is defined by me with ultimates as 2 kills per ultimate, and if you're averaging more than that, it's going to be really hard to shut down the teams that you're playing. And definitely some great play from Emblazon, but my MVP has to be Overbutt. This man, I think, was one of the biggest reasons, along with Snake OVO's Pulse Bomb, that defense was successful. Being the only tank on a team is absolutely brutal, and this man not only did it well, he absolutely outshone the offensive Reinhardt there with his own golden axe.
Yeah, Overbutt. There's a lot of pressure on. As you said, it's tough to be that single tank. There's a lot of pressure on you. You need to do damage when it's pertinent, and then of course, you're that frontline defense, which it's always hard being the only one doing it and being the only one protecting your team. And but he had so many people behind him doing exactly what they need to do. As you said, Snake Ovo getting those very good pulse bombs. You had him blazing up in the sky, dealing a whole bunch of damage. Mercybot keeping his armored butt alive. And speaking of Mercybot did a great job of keeping Emblazon alive. That was a very good combo, which the Pharmacy is very, very dangerous if played right. And Mercybot and Emblazon did just such a good job. There was just great matches, and it was just so much fun.
I think Monk was, in my opinion, the better of the 2 Mercybots, outshining Mercybot himself. And the only reason I say that is Monk was almost consistently the last one to die and just getting some crazy good reses. And one of the things that I think almost gave them the fighting hold was that double Valkyrie play that they made themselves. And it was very exciting. Honestly, I don't think the season could have ended any better. Both teams coming into the series 9-0. 2 teams enter, one team leaves, and we are going to have the undefeated champs, Woodstock Gold, going to take that 10-0, that exclusive, no one else has it, record for the first season of Overwatch here at EGF.
That was just very good, and congratulations to them. They clearly deserve it if they're with that kind of play. And that's not saying anything against Green Knights. Green Knights did also a very good job. There were some hiccups here and there, but like as you said, Alex, he had a very good Widow, and his McCree was also good, and then Monk on the Mercy was definitely the MVP on the Green Knight side.
And ultimately, I think the Lib brothers, or the Lib duo, they were superstars in this first match here today that we saw earlier. And then ultimately, I think Emblazon just was able to outshine both of them. But, I really want to thank you guys for coming out and watching today. This was the Woodstock Gold taking the 10-0 victory over the Green Knights. And, we're going to be starting the action, the final matches of the League of Legends here tomorrow on EGF, official EGF. The playoffs are going to start at 3:30 Eastern Time. And the playoffs, what we really came here to see, and what we're going to look forward to next from the Overwatch boys, they're going to start on November the 29th. And with Overwatch, and November the 30th for League of Legends. So definitely hit that follow button at official EGF. You're going to see some high octane frags coming in from all these teams here as they fight for that playoff glory. So make sure to check that in. My name has been Dell, and I'm joined by Mr. Sandman, and you can follow me at Twitter at Dell Overwatch. And what about you, Sandman?
You can follow me on Twitter over at Edward Harley.
And I would definitely follow Mr. Edward Harley because this man streams Destiny, and boy, is he funny. But this has been Dell and Sandman, and we're signing off for today. I'm so glad you could join us today. I hope you come in tomorrow for League of Legends. I'll be cheering along in the chat. We'll see you next time, guys.